Welcome to the Behind the Board on plugins using presets and duplicating. We're going to talk about some of the options you have while using plugins. We'll talk about how to save CPU power, a bunch of stuff that you're really going to find important as we move through this. So first things first, we're going to bring up a plugin. Let's solo out our kick drum and go to our inserts A through E area. If you don't have it, right over here, just click right into your edit view selector and click your inserts A through E. But here we are in the inserts A through E area. Go to plugins. We're going to use the EQ7. We'll be using this a lot, so we'll start off with this. I want to show you how to get to the presets. So it'd be real simple if they just put it in the preset area, but that is not the case. They put it in the factory default area. These are all the factory presets, so they're under the factory default area. So let's go up, since we're on a kick drum, we'll go up to one of the ones meant for a kick drum. Kick drum, add attack. We'll start with that one. And now that plugin is applied. It looks like it's raising some EQ in the high middle frequency, this green one, HMF. And you can see exactly what it's doing, the Q on 1, frequency on 2 kilohertz, and the gain on 5 dB. So you can take a listen what that sounds like. All right, now what does that sound like without this on? All you have to do is come up here and click your bypass button. So much less high end. So we'll take that bypass button off. You can either click it right up here, but if you don't want to open the plugin, just press your command button and click it, and that bypass comes on and off that way. Now let's go through some of the options. All we have to do to go through more of those options in the kick drum menu is use our plus and minus buttons here, previous setting, next setting. Since we're on the first one, we'll keep on going through to next setting, and you'll hear that it will change the sound of this bass drum as we move through different plugins, different settings, different presets. So we're getting the idea there. Now, let's say we want to adjust a preset. We liked how this one started. We'll act like this is the one we're going to pick. It's the Massive Kick 2, but we wanted a little more high end too. So we went to the high middle frequency. We raised it up 4.3 dB. That's good for us for right now. And now we want to save this because we like this preset. We want to hold on to it. We go to the preset down button right here. And we do not want to click Save Settings because what it'll do, it'll save it right over our Massive Kick 2. We want to hold on to this Massive Kick 2 setting in case we want to use it. So we could go to Save Setting As, and instead of Massive Kick 2, just change the name. How about Massive Kick 3 EQ High? So we know that we have a high EQ on there as well, and just save that. And now we have this preset whenever we want to go to it. It's right here. So it'll be in this menu for as long as we leave it there without deleting it. So say we wanted to use that same EQ on this snare drum for some reason. All we'll do is we'll go to the snare drum, we'll go to plugin, we'll go to EQ, then EQ3 7-band yet again. And in this plugin now, just go to your factory default and you'll see you have your Massive Kick 3 EQ high. Let's click that on, and now you have that same setting on a different plugin. So it's pretty easy to save settings and apply them. But now let's talk about copying and pasting settings. So I'm clicking on this kick insert again. I'm no longer on the snare one. Don't trick yourself because they're going to look exactly the same. Make sure it's highlighted under the kick, and you have it highlighted the EQ7 in the insert A through E. So now what we'll do is we'll go to a preset, and we have settings like copy and paste. So let's change this a little bit, and then we'll copy it and we'll paste it to the snare drum. Let's take this and dump it all the way down, -18, and preset copy setting. We'll get rid of this, and now we'll click on the snare. And if we go to preset, paste setting, you can see this happen right here right away. and there it is. So if you want to copy and paste, it's that simple. Another way to do it, if you're doing a lot of things that have similar EQs, say we like the EQ we have here, just hit your Alt Option button, grab it, and drag it to the next track you want to apply it to, and you can keep doing that. The Alt Option just makes duplicate plugins for you. So that's how simple that'll be for you. It really will speed up your workflow when you do stuff like that. Especially with toms, you might do a rack tom, it sounds really good, throw it on the floor tom, and then adjust from there. Really important when we're doing vocals, because we'll have several vocal tracks, layered vocals, that really should have the same EQs, the same dynamic compressors, and so on. It'll really speed you up that way. So that's how you use those guys. There's one other thing I really do want to show you. It's a little trick that you may have stumbled upon or will stumble upon in the future. But see what I did right here? I could turn the plugin on or off. Now this is not a bypass. This is a plugin inactive. It is no longer taking up any of your CPU power. And the way you do that, you hit Control, Command, and you click it. So that's on, Control, Command, click it. It's off, it's no longer taking up my CPU power. And that's what I want to get into before we really dig into plugins. So thanks for being with me on this one, and I'll see you on the next one.